That is freaking awesome. Look at the nuts on that sucker. God.
Hey guys, so for those of you who watched the first part of the trip in my Sequoia from Dallas to Montana, thank you. Here is a continuation of that story. For those of you who have not seen that, I do have another video of the start of this journey. I will have a card with a direct link to that video up here. But this was the start of our first day in Montana hunting. We decided to spend the first morning kind of going from spot to spot, glassing, trying to estimate where we think might be lucrative to hunt at. Also, the hunting season in Montana, the rifle hunting season, I think is only roughly about a month long, and only the very beginning of it are all of the roads in the Bitterroot National Forest open to drive on. Very shortly after the start of rifle season, they close the majority of the roads, so you do have to park and hike back into a lot of the migratory elk areas. Apparently there's a lot of higher elevation mountains around the hunting zone that we were in, and they typically, in bad weather, the elk will start to migrate through this region, so they close a lot of the roads to kind of help mitigate some of the disturbances that might be caused by human interaction during this process, but that potentially could lead to some monster elk if you're in the area during these bad winter storms. As you can see in the short videos here, the first few days was not cold at all, and I don't think they've had very much bad weather. But without further ado, here we go. Just getting up my boots for the morning. Currently 6:21, we got up at 5 today. Got some breakfast together. About to head out and scout the area. Well, here she is, my hunting bag. It's a Eberly stock mainframe. It's got a neat shelf. 2 bat wings that zip up. You can see I'm gonna get some meat, unzip this, and these fold out. Got a scabbard on there with my rifle. Got a pistol on the belt, and wearing my new pants the cool way here, letting the hot air out. Here we are going up to Sula Peak. Got some pretty steep drop-offs on the side of the road here, so definitely not the smartest thing is to be filming right now, but we're almost there. Gonna do some recon work here and see if we can get some elk spotted in the glass. Got some mule deer sightings right away. Here we are heading up to a different spot glassing area. Came across some mule deer here. Getting into some pretty hardy terrain here. Well, day one, hiked up here about 2-3 miles into this pretty rough trail. We don't know if it's an old road that just got super washed out and trees all over it, but trying to get to a clearing and just never could get to one. There's always tree cover all around.
Mule deer tracks, wolf tracks,
And elk tracks.
We saw a few mule deer, but
Chasing does in the rut.
we decided to get too late in the day, turn around. We don't even have paracord with us. So if we were to get an elk, we don't even have the supplies to hang it up in the tree right now. So, end of day one, heading back to the Sequoia. Here's a more accurate depiction of the 2 to 3 mile trail we came down. Slow going. There it is.
Team Toyota has saved the day. My hips, my legs are ready for some tailbone action in that front leather seat.
26-hour drive is sounding a lot better right now, huh?
Hey, I'm telling you, I think we had a good day.
Yeah.
I mean, we probably seen on our own 75 cows, 2 rut and buck mule deer. I mean, pretty successful day.
Yep, I agree.
That's a full curl ram. You know, did you see the way he jumped that? Pull on up a little bit. All right. He's coming to water. That is freaking awesome. Look at the nuts on that sucker. God, that's a full curl ram. That is a trophy.
So we did finish off the day kind of going on one of those migratory roads like that the day had closed off. We walked down. I think the one that we were on was like a 15-mile road close to where we parked. We didn't walk the entire 15 miles. We walked about 3 miles down a very harsh terrain road and then kind of turned around and came back. The start of day 2, which is about to come right up, we went to Deer Mountain and decided to kind of look out over there. Here we are at the start of hunting day 2. Trying to get up to Deer Mountain is a chore in and of itself. What do you want to say for the game plan today?
Hey, keep your eyes peeled, my friend.
You can see it's starting to snow a little bit, so hopefully we see something up here. Day 2 of hunting is a lot colder than day 1. Got the wind chill. Luckily it kind of cleared up a little bit, but it's been snowy on and off all morning.
I heard it's like 20 degrees on one phone bill I saw.
That's before the wind chill. You can see a storm over there on the mountains. Definitely cold.
Well, day 2, elk hunt, Isaac and I, and we're driving back down from, what was the name of that? Cold Springs Mountain, and
Oh, that was Deer Mountain.
Deer Mountain, excuse me. But anyway, couldn't get all the way up. They had the roads blocked off, but we did have quite a few glassing spots that we had thousands of acres that we could glass, but we couldn't hardly take the wind. It was blowing about 30-40 miles an hour, so we ended up moving back around the backside of the mountains over around toward the Cold Springs and got protected a little bit where we could glass, and again, thousands of more acres it just appears to be that we could glass. And we looked and looked and looked, and without the super cold weather that's just now getting here, the elk are on other areas that are probably have higher elevations. The cows have already come down, but bulls have not. But anyway, day 2 and headed back to get us some lunch. You guys take care.
Evening of the second day of hunting here. We went up to the northern part of section 270, trying to get away from everyone and hopefully get into some thicker brush and find some elk that might be higher elevation, not wanting to come down yet. So cool little road we're on. Looks like nobody's been down it today, but hopefully we can come across something. Well guys, so we had gone up to the northern part of section 270, like I said, trying to find some deeper brush and get remote, you know, kind of away from all the roads that people were driving on. We got into some tricky off-road trails that are probably best suited for a side-by-side. Some trees had fallen over. We actually had to chop a few to even fit under some of the trees, and some of them we had to like break off some of the limbs just to even get under the same tree, because they were just too big to even fit under, or they were too big to even move. So luckily we were able to skirt by a few different areas, but here where this picture is, I posted earlier in the video, this is where we decided to stop, kind of turn around and maybe hike a little bit around the area, but we decided to go ahead and get back because it was a long trail back. But this is, you know, through day 1 and 2 we were unsuccessful. We had great time during this. You know, we learned a lot. Even in the first few days we learned a lot. We learned something new every single day, but the first 2 days there was a pretty big learning curve, so we're still getting the hang of it and, you know, kind of working things out as we go. In my very first video I talked more about kind of what happened, but if you are just curious, just Google Bo Birch and you'll kind of see what happened with us. So, you know, it's definitely, like I said, learning curve, but it's been a great experience up to this point, and we're very glad to be in Montana hunting. So this is the second part to the video series, guys. I have a few more coming up for you. Thanks for watching. I hope this is interesting to you. If you guys like this kind of content, let me know. I'd like to do some more of this type of stuff, but I want to do what you guys want to see. So thanks for watching. Like always, guys, hope you're having a great day. Keep on enjoying life out there.